Well, hello, Tipton Baptist. It's October 6, 2021, and I'm coming to you specifically reaching out to the women of Tipton Baptist Church. Coming to you based upon a verse that I read in 2 Timothy chapter 1, where Paul's writing to Timothy, and he says this, "I thank God whom I serve with a clear conscience, as my forefathers did, when I constantly remember you in my prayers, night and day. Remembering your tears, I long to see you, so that I may be filled with joy, clearly recalling your sincere faith that first lived in your grandmother Lois, then in your mother Eunice, and that I am convinced is in you also." Paul writing to his son in the faith, Timothy, recognizing the influence of Timothy's mother Eunice and grandmother Lois, and that a faith that they had in them, that God granted them, as one that was modeled to Timothy, was likely a large reason for Timothy's awareness of God and learned love for God. He saw it in these women. Women, you have a unique role with children. Men do as well. There's something about that junior church teacher, the gracious woman, the woman who is even almost like a mom or a grandma to a child. The woman who is remembered in a child's life clear into adulthood, maybe even to the point of that child that would grow to be a 90, 100-year-old person, remembering the woman who invested in them in their church. I'm reaching out to women specifically because after about a month, maybe a little longer, of praying about this, it would be my desire to see 12 women raised up by the Lord here at Tipton to create a network of teachers for our junior church ministry during the morning worship hour here at Tipton. So what this looks like is this. If we had 12 women committed to desire to lead and teach and disciple our young children, this group of women would alternate their teaching role. You'd have 1 month a year. There would be 11 others. Each of those women would get another month. And during that 1 month a year, your responsibility would be to take the curriculum, which we have plenty of, very simple, in about a 25-minute period, 30 at the most, as long as I'm not too long-winded preaching, 25 to 30 minutes, 1 month of the year. That's about 4 weeks in a month. That's about 2 hours a year. If you would be willing to commit to at least praying about this, that God would raise up 12 women, 1 woman per month, and that this network of women would know our children collectively, the women who would teach. They would know the children. They would be able to recognize the birthdays of the children, which I would keep logged, recognize and celebrate the fact that God made them. God has purposes for them. We have material to help them know God, to be discipled in the ways that Jesus would have them learn about who he is and what God is like, to have confidence in God, to grow to love God. And serving God then is just a matter of a natural outlay of love for God. I believe women have a unique role, as they did in Timothy's life. I think very much that still is the case here in our era, right here at Tipton. Now, we've had a very dedicated woman teaching for months. I don't even know how long. You know who you are. And she's been teaching, and God has seen fit to add to her effort 3 more women. So we currently have 4 women total who are looking to help lead the junior church children's ministry here at Tipton. One of the 4 is almost an overseer to be sure the curriculum is in the hands of the right teacher and handling the calendar of how things are planned and who is teaching in what month. And then our 3 dedicated women to each take a month to teach. And right now those 3 will rotate. One will do 1 month, the second month, the third month, and then the rotation will begin again. But it would be my hope, and it is my prayer, that God would raise up 12 total, that we could have 1 woman per month, and that all of the women would be able to at least meet on Sunday mornings each week when they're here, just to fellowship one to another and together as the network of women who lead children to know God here. That they could celebrate the children when they come. All of them would know all of the kids. The kids would know all of the teachers and would remember the influence that the teachers had on them. So many women willing to invest what really is very little time for a year. So again, the idea is that maybe the Lord would raise up 12 women here. And by doing that, if you committed to do this, or at least to pray for this, it would look like Let's just say I was a teacher and I had the month of July and there were 4 weeks in July. I would, whenever we dismiss children for junior church, I would be the teacher to go down with them, very prepared to lead them in the devotional style lesson that we have each week for them, knowing that my time in children's ministry on Sunday morning for the worship hour is maybe 25, 30 minutes at the most. And if it were 30 minutes for 4 weeks, that's a total of 2 hours. And that would be it for the whole year. It's very doable. It is very reasonably timed. And I think that whenever there's a lot of hands serving, the work is much lighter. But it's also very effective for the children to see women leading them to know Jesus and to love Jesus, because they recognize that the women love Jesus themselves. So this message, again, it goes out to the women at Tipton. This is my prayer. I'm going to continue to pray for this. If you believe God perhaps is moving you or nudging you or calling you to a ministry such as this, where you might be willing to consider serving 1 month of a year, along with hopefully 11 other women, reach out to me. Call me here at the church or email me or text me. My phone number is 814-932-1626. Give me a text or a phone call. Texting is probably the fastest way to reach me, just because of me driving to and fro or wherever I might be. I can see if you're reaching out to me and actually communicate with you a lot faster. You could also email me at pastorjason@tiptonbaptistchurch.com. So I encourage you to pray about this, Women of Tipton. Consider this. See the significance that you will play in the role of children's lives at Tipton, with a collective effort, a strategic effort, using the curriculum that we have that introduces children to God's gospel and to God's providence and to God's names and what His names reveal about His character, and a bunch of other wonderful curricula that we have here for children now. Consider this, pray about this, reach out to me, and let's see if between now and the end of the year, we don't see God raise up 12 women. I trust that God will do an amazing work here. I trust that He'll encourage you and see that He's equipped us to do the work of the ministry He's called us to do. Let's get together and do this. Let's see the children smile as they recognize there are a lot of people here that love me, a child might say, when they see the amount of investment that we're making into their lives. And might God be praised and honored at the effort that He's putting into us, that we're responding to by wanting to serve the children's ministry here. Be thinking about it. Reach out to me. Let me know if any concerns or comments or questions that you have. I'll see you for a Friday Word of Encouragement. Hopefully talk to you all soon. And if I don't hear from you or see you, we'll see you Sunday. So until then, stay in the Word. Bye-bye.